Surprise!
Hey, honey, it's been quite a while, hasn't it?
Too long. We have to talk. But actually, at the moment, I'm in a hurry.
Well, I'm glad to see you've been so busy.
You wouldn't believe how many things need taken care of. Actually, I was looking for Nancy. Could you be an angel and give me her address?
Nancy Feldman? What for?
Well, it's sort of a surprise. But I'm working on a mailing list for Ryan's. All their good friends and regular customers. I'm mailing out these adorable little invitations to Irish night. And of course, Nancy's a good friend, so...
Whoa. Irish what?
Irish night. It's a special do we're planning. We're going to serve all Maeve's Irish specialties. We're going to have little green paper napkins and decorations, shamrock favors for people to take home. Also, we're going to have a sing-along of Irish folk songs. Oh, like, you know, Who Threw the Overalls of Mrs. Murphy's Chowder, like that?
Listen, honey, was this Johnny and Maeve's idea?
No, actually, it was mostly my idea. Of course, Kevin came up with a few things. But you have to be a little careful with Kevin. His taste is kind of iffy, if you know what I mean. Leprechaun outfits.
Since when are you involved with the Ryans again?
Oh, Bobby, it's really wonderful. We've gotten really close again. Maeve confides in me, and Johnny. He knows I have a really fine business sense, so he asks my advice now. Would you ever have believed it? And I have all these wonderful ideas pepping up Ryan's.
Yeah, green paper napkins, right.
Oh, and green aprons. I've ordered them for the whole staff.
What staff? Honey, what is going on?
Nothing. I'm just planning a wonderful party. I need Nancy Feldman's address, so could I have it, please? What's the big deal?
I mean, it's no big deal. I'm just not sure that Nancy wants to be on anybody's mailing address, is all.
Why are you protecting her?
I'm not doing anything of the sort. I don't even know her new address. I mean, you know she did just move, you know.
I know. Could have knocked me over with a feather when I heard that she was coming back here and not living with her folks.
Well, she is a big girl, you know. Where'd you hear that?
I don't know. You must have heard it somewhere. Can't you find it? Frank's office is sure disorganized.
Yeah, well, that happens to be her old address right there. Well, why don't you ask her yourself?
Hi. Ask me what? Oh, Nancy, how lucky. I was just asking Bob here, where do you live now?
Hello.
Good morning, Poppy.
I hope you don't mind. I thought if I saw you out in the open like this, you...
No, it's all right. Sit down.
You sure?
Please.
You're tired. Should you run so far?
The farther I run, the better I feel.
Here.
No, it's okay. Thank you.
How was your evening?
It's pleasant enough.
Only pleasant? I thought you and Faith would have had a big celebration.
Well, we had a quiet dinner with her sister and her brother-in-law, but they had a fight, so the atmosphere was a bit thick.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's so sad when married couples do that. Makes you wonder how they got together in the first place.
Oh, it was nothing more than this spat, and her sister's recovering from a long illness, so we made an early night of it.
Well, I hope you got the rest you needed.
Did you?
I slept, but I didn't rest. Tom, I dream about Teresa whether I'm awake or asleep. I want to know her, whatever you can tell me. I am Teresa in a way. I feel connected with her. I always have been. I just didn't know it. She's so close to me.
You see how confusing it is? Why it has to stop?
I know. But I can't. Because I don't just look like her. I have her feelings, too. I didn't want you to leave last night. I wanted to touch you. Is that terrible?
I wanted that, too.
But Faith was waiting.
I've explained to you about my marriage to Faith. That's what I have now. Teresa's the past.
But I'm not.
Oh, Poppy, when I'm with you, I truly don't know what time or what day it is. Neither do you. But it's wrong. I'm sure of that.
Faith is sure, but you're not. I could see that yesterday.
I should be going.
Wait. Do you want me to go away? If you want me to, I will. I'll go to another city, and you'll never see me or hear me. I'll be as far away from you as Teresa is. Just tell me. Tell me to go.
I won't do that. There's no need for you to disrupt your life anymore. I've hurt you enough.
You didn't mean to. You better go now. You're probably late.
The music's wonderful.
Sad, though. Doesn't have a happy ending.
I'm not surprised. I'm sorry.
God, Siobhan. So many hard things.
You had quite a night, Finelli.
I wish none of it ever happened. I didn't mean any of it. I love you. I don't know what got into me. I don't know what's
Hey, it's all right. It wasn't all that terrible. Here, drink. What got into you was a couple of bottles of Chianti. You were feeling life.
I was miserable.
Your judgment wasn't bared. You were upset. Siobhan told me.
Told you what?
You quit your job and Jim let you? Well, I didn't exactly like your behavior at the studio. I was relieved to have an explanation. Even a very sad one.
It's not the whole thing.
I know. Siobhan told me that, too. My job's driving you crazy, she says. Well, I informed her it wasn't exactly news to me, but we're both working at it. She wanted to run out looking for you, but I said no. He needs his space. I wasn't wrong, was I? It was that kind of thing, eh?
Mare, tell me that we're okay.
Oh, honey, we are. I'm so sure of it. What you and I have is unshakable. Yes, we have problems. And my job's creating some of them. But we're coping. This is coping, just lying here together. Coffee, talk.
It's nice. But I'd rather be doing it at home, Mare. I don't like hanging around here.
Sure. That's all decided. One more day to get myself together and packed up, and off we go for Weehawken Street. 2 more days, and you'll probably have your job back. Jim will find out how indispensable you really are.
You really are an eternal optimist, aren't you? What isn't possible today will be possible tomorrow. Everything can be perfect. Nobody makes a mistake.
Well, it sure beats settling for endless glue. Life is crummy. Pour me another one, Lou. You were at the social club, weren't you? Sorry. I didn't mean to rub it in.
You didn't.
Something I was remembering around midnight when I was in here sitting with Ryan. It's how different we are. One of the best things about us as a couple. When you're unhappy, you get down. Me, I get up. It makes us fight, but it makes us balance also.
Never mind, just give me a promise about going home.
First thing tomorrow. Promise. In the meantime, why don't you settle yourself back and relax and enjoy your last day in the bosom of the family? Hey, they're gonna miss you. Do you realize how much good you are for them? Da's finally beginning to control its temper with you. My sister hangs on your every word. I've been meaning to thank you for that.
What?
Siobhan needs friends. Even making an effort, I can't seem to get close to her. But she seems to have a natural bond with you.
I don't want to be your sister's advisor, Mare. She's got 2 perfectly good brothers and her father.
Yeah, but they're all busy.
Whereas I have nothing but time to kill.
Aw, honey. All I meant was I'm glad you're friends. I hated it last night when she carried on like she knew you better than I do. But on the other hand, it's marvelous to see she's caring about somebody else besides Siobhan. Excuse me, darling. I gotta run.
Mare, why don't I throw some things in a suitcase and take a cab downtown?
Because it's better for you to stay here and rest and get over your hangover. Take plenty of liquids. Jack, I love you.
See, I'm planning this wonderful party at Ryan's, everything Irish, you know, and I wanted to get your address so I could send you an invitation.
Oh, well, now that I know about it, why don't you just tell me the date and save yourself a step?
The date? Well, the date's not set yet, actually.
Honey, how can you send the invitations out if you don't know the date?
Well, I wanted to address all the envelopes in advance. That way, when the date is set, I can just fill it in and mail them all at once. Efficient, huh?
I see.
Except where do I mail yours?
Why don't you send it here?
Is your address a secret? I mean, I know some people in politics have to be careful, but I wouldn't tell anybody.
I wouldn't say I'm exactly in politics. My address isn't any kind of secret, except maybe to me. See, I just took a place across the river and...
Oh, Jersey. You moved to New Jersey?
Right. And, I don't know the exact address. I've been saying the 3rd house on the right after you turn the corner.
You don't know where you live?
I do, just not the street or the number. I only just moved in.
Well, what'd you tell the movers?
I'll get that out here. Senator Ryan's office.
Boy, did I just pick up a piece of information.
Well, I sure don't know what. You sure didn't get her address.
Exactly. She's not saying, which has to make you wonder, doesn't it? What's Patty's address these days?
Dee, what are you up to?
Not a thing.
Oh, no, not much.
Well, Maeve's pretty worried, you know?
Well, I don't think that's any of your business. If Pat and Nancy love each other, I think it's...
If they love each other. Well, I certainly hope they love each other if they're living together. Of course, you know, Patty never had any self-control.
All right, let's just stop it right there. I don't know what you're after, but let's just stop it, okay?
The Ryans are upset. I'm concerned, that's all.
Well, then why don't you try to prove it by staying out of their business? Now, stay away from Pat and Nancy.
I will. But what's it to you?
Well, I just don't want to see Nancy upset is all. I mean, she's become an important part of this organization here.
And?
And she is a friend of mine, and she is a terrific girl, and Pat is a friend of mine since the year one. They're both terrific kids, and right now they got a handful of problems, so don't start any more, okay?
I don't know why you think I would.
Because, Delia, you're starting to show some of the old signs.
Listen, I know better than ever when two people are meant for each other and when they're not.
Hello, Faith.
That was a long workout.
Well, I stopped to rest for a while.
Good. Well, now we can have a long, lazy morning. I don't have to be in for 2 whole hours.
Well, unfortunately, I have to be at the office now. I mean, my desk is piled up with work, and Marshall's been very good holding the job for me.
Well, can't we just talk? We haven't had any time together.
I know. I'll have dinner here with you tonight, and I promise I won't fall asleep on you.
Well, maybe you better read this now, so you can pay attention to us later.
From the detectives, why didn't you tell me?
Just arrived. What is it?
Faith, Poppy's a Donahue.
Poppy is a Donahue?
Related, but innocently. I knew she'd never harm me.
Well, tell me what it said.
Our investigation has revealed that Miss Poppy Lincoln, born 23 years ago in Des Moines, Iowa, was the illegitimate daughter of one Bridget Casey and Dermot Donahue, a second cousin of the Donahue family of Limerick. The mother was 15 at the time of birth.
She was just a child. I wonder if her parents are still living.
They don't know. Both of them disappeared shortly after her birth, untraceable to date. At least they've established that Poppy doesn't know the Limerick Donahues. Her background is just as she told us.
So it is purely coincidental that she's here.
Yeah.
I'll call her.
Don't.
Well, Tom, she has to be told.
Yes, but I should be the one to tell her.
Why?
Well, I mean, I owe her that much, don't I? After all, her old life is torn apart thanks to me.
Her life? Tom, I'm sorry, but I don't feel that we owe Poppy anything, except maybe this bit of information. And I think she'll be thrilled to know even a little bit about her family.
But she'll want to know as much as she can. Now, I'm her only source of information about the Donahues. She won't go after the facts herself because she's afraid that she'll alert the Donahues after me. Now, I've refused to answer her questions up to this, but after receiving this, how can I?
Did you see her again?
I saw her in the park just now. I didn't want to tell you because I thought it would upset you. I'm handling this quite well, Faith. And this definitely separates her from Teresa.
It connects her with Teresa.
But I owe it to Poppy to all her answer questions, all her questions, just once. It will ease my conscience and it will put this matter to rest.
No, it won't.
And no matter what you know inside of your head or what's on that piece of paper, you're not going to be able to separate Poppy from Teresa, not emotionally. And I assure you, Poppy's not going to let you.
But she has her own identity now.
She wants more. Please, let me handle this, please.
What can you tell her about the Donahues?
What more does she need to know about the Donahues? They are her second cousins, and they are of great threat to you.
But Poppy's no threat. But she might be if we don't handle this properly. Well, suppose she decides to search out her own roots. How long will it be before the Donahues make the connection?
You said she wouldn't.
Well, she wouldn't mean to. She might just let something slip like Mary did in that pub in Limerick and bring them down on me again.
Is that the only reason?
That's certainly one of them. Faith, I feel bound to finish this thing with Poppy before you and I can start again.
So you won't let me finish it?
I can't. I'm going to shower and change and get to the hospital, and after work I'll call on Poppy, give her the letter, answer all her questions, and get home to you as quickly as I can, and then we'll spend the evening however you like. Do you trust me?
Yes, of course I do. Make it quick.
Count on it.
Parties, boys, and drama. Oh my! Catch up with the 5 sexy singles who are putting a new spin on Southern charm. Don't miss an all-new Southern Bells Louisville, Thursday at 10 on SoapNet.